Okay, picture this. You're scrolling, right, through your social feed, and bam, an ad pops up.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's this, like, super vibrant green smoothie. Or maybe those fiery red supplement capsules.
Oh, yeah, I know the ones.
And the promise. It's always something like ignite your fat-burning furnace,
Mm.
or boost your metabolism, melt pounds away effortlessly.
It sounds amazing, doesn't it?
Totally. It's such a seductive idea, the thought that you could just, I don't know, eat or drink something special, and suddenly your body's engine just revs up,
Hmm.
turns into this calorie-burning machine,
Right.
and you see it everywhere. It's like a cornerstone of diet culture. Gyms, health magazines, online.
It's pervasive.
Exactly. But here, on the deep dive, we try to slice through that hype,
Hmm.
ask the tough questions, and really follow the science.
That's the plan.
So let's tackle this big one head on. Can you really boost your metabolism? Like, is your body's energy burning rate some kind of dial you can just turn up?
Hmm.
Or is the truth maybe a bit more complex?
Mm.
And honestly, probably a lot more interesting.
I think it is.
So get ready, because the answer might genuinely change how you think about food, fitness,
Huh.
well, your own body.
That's right. And to really cut through all that noise, the first step, the really crucial one, is understanding what people even mean when they say metabolism.
Okay.
Usually they're talking about their total daily energy expenditure, TDE for short.
TDE, got it.
And we're going to break that down, exactly what it means and why understanding its different parts is so key to debunking the myths we're about to get into.
Okay, let's unpack that then. Before metabolism was this, like, modern buzzword,
Right.
where did the term even come from, scientifically speaking?
Right. Well, way before it was a buzzword, metabolism was, a fundamental concept in biology.
Mm-hmm.
The word itself comes from the Greek metabole, which means change. It was popularized, back in the 1830s by German physiologist Theodor Schwann.
Schwann, okay.
Yeah. And he was talking about the constant chemical processes in living cells, the building up, which we call anabolism.
Right, building up.
And the breaking down or catabolism, it's really the essence of how life sustains itself, just constant change.
So building and breaking, change.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But the idea of actually measuring how much energy the body burns, that came even earlier, late 18th century.
Oh, really? Who was that?
Well, scientists like Antoine Lavoisier, often called the father of modern chemistry, he figured out that respiration, breathing, wasn't just taking in air. It was basically a form of slow combustion, like a slow fire inside us.
Wow. Slow combustion.
Yeah. And he did these incredible experiments. Like he put a guinea pig inside something called a calorimeter.
A calorimeter, what's that?
It was basically an insulated chamber surrounded by ice. And by measuring how much ice melted, he could actually quantify the heat the animal produced.
No way.
Seriously. He found this direct link between the oxygen the guinea pig used and the heat it generated. It was like the first time anyone could put a number on the energy of life itself.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Measuring the energy of life with ice.
Yeah.
So how did that foundational science turn into, this diet culture buzzword we hear everywhere today, often completely misunderstood?
Yeah, that's a great question. Because what happened is this really cutting-edge science slowly kind of trickled down into public awareness.
Uh-huh.
And along the way, it got, simplified. Oversimplified, really.
Happens all the time.
Right. So by the time you get to the 1970s, the 80s, and diet culture just explodes, metabolism becomes the perfect scapegoat.
Ah, okay.
And let's be honest, a marketing goldmine. Suddenly, a slow metabolism was this mysterious excuse for why someone might gain weight.
Right. It's not you, it's your metabolism.
Exactly. And a fast metabolism was like winning the genetic lottery,
Yeah.
Effortless thinness.
Yeah, definitely heard that one.
And that just paved the way for this massive billion-dollar industry built entirely on that one promise, metabolism boost.
Right. The quick fix in a bottle. So, okay, when we talk about trying to get this boost, what are we really trying to influence? Is it just one thing? You mentioned TDE, total daily energy expenditure. Let's dive into that.
Exactly. TDEE. That's the term we need to understand. Think of it as your body's total energy budget for a full day, 24 hours.
Okay, the whole budget.
Yeah. And it's not just one single thing you can tweak. It's the sum of several different parts. Maybe think of your body like a complex city.
A city. Okay, I like analogy.
Right. So your TDE is the total power that whole city uses in 24 hours. And that power comes from, let's say, three main grids.
3 grids. Got it. What's the first one?
The first grid, and it's the biggest one by far, is your basal metabolic rate, BMR.
BMR basal. Yeah.
This is like the city's essential infrastructure. It accounts for, about 60 to 75% of your total daily energy burn.
Wow, that's most of it.
It is. It's the energy your body needs just to keep the lights on, basically, to stay alive when you're completely at rest.
Like just lying in bed.
Exactly. If you just laid in bed all day doing nothing, it's fueling your brain, pumping your heart, inflating your lungs, keeping your body temperature stable, making sure all your organs are working. That's your BMR.
So what determines that baseline burn? Is it just genetics?
Well, genetics plays a role. Yeah, some people naturally have a slightly higher or lower BMR. But the biggest factors are actually things like your body size and composition.
Size and composition, meaning?
Bigger bodies just need more energy to run. Simple as that. But crucially, it's about what your body is made of. Muscle tissue is way more metabolically active than fat tissue.
Ah, okay, so muscle burns more calories even when you're just sitting there.
Way more. A pound of muscle burns significantly more calories at rest than a pound of fat. That's key.
Okay. What else affects BMR?
Age is another one. DMR tends to decrease as we get older, partly because people often lose muscle mass over time.
Right, that makes sense.
And sex plays a role too. Men generally have a higher BMR than women, mostly because they tend to carry more muscle mass overall.
So it's less about some like mystical fast gene and much more about the actual physical stuff, especially muscle in our bodies and how that changes. That sounds controllable in a way.
It absolutely points towards things we can influence, yes. Yeah. Okay, so that's BMR, the biggest chunk.
Grid number 1. What's grid number 2?
Grid number 2 is the thermic effect of food, TAE.
Thermic effect. Like heat from food?
Kind of. Think of this as the city's waste management and processing plan. It's the energy your body has to use to actually digest, absorb, and process the nutrients from the food you eat.
Huh. So eating actually burns calories.
It does. Not a huge amount. Maybe around 10% of your total daily burn comes from tea.
Okay, 10%. And this is where those claims about certain foods boosting metabolism come in, right?
Exactly. You nailed it. Because what's interesting here is that different macronutrients, protein, carbs, fats, have different processing costs.
Costs.
Yeah, think of it like an energy fee your body charges to handle them. And protein. Protein has the highest fee by far.
Really? So my body works harder to digest protein. Is that why it feels more filling sometimes?
That's definitely part of it. Your body uses roughly 20 to 30% of the calories from the protein just to process the protein itself.
Wow, 20 to 30%. What about carbs and fats?
Carbohydrates are moderate, maybe 5 to 10% TIEFF, and fats are the lowest, like 0 to 3%. Very efficient for the body to store.
Okay, so that protein cost, that's the little bit of science behind some of those metabolism-boosting food claims.
That's the kernel of truth, yes. But remember, it's only about 10% of your total energy expenditure overall. It's a relatively small piece of the pie.
That's a small piece. Okay, BMR, TEF. What's the third grid?
The third grid is activity energy expenditure, AE.
Activity. That sounds straightforward. Moving around.
Pretty much. This is the city's hustle and bustle. All the movement. It makes up maybe 15 to 30%, sometimes even more, of your total daily burn. And importantly, this is the most variable part. This is the grid you have the most direct control over day to day.
Okay, this sounds like where we can really make a difference.
Definitely. And AEE actually splits into two subcategories.
Oh.
First, there's exercise activity thermogenesis, or EAT. That's the calories you burn during intentional exercise. You know, going for a run, lifting weights, that spin class you hate but love.
Right, the planned workout.
Exactly. But then there's the second part, and honestly, this is the unsung hero of metabolism. It's non-exercise activity thermogenesis. NEAT.
NEAT. N-E-A-T. Okay, what's that?
NEAT is the energy you burn doing literally everything else that isn't sleeping, eating, or that planned sports-like exercise.
Like what?
Like walking to the office, typing on your keyboard, doing chores around the house, tapping your foot, fidgeting, even just standing up and maintaining your posture.
Seriously, all that little stuff counts significantly.
Massively. The difference in NEAT between two people of roughly the same size can be huge. We're talking potentially up to 2,000 calories a day difference just from those seemingly small movements.
2,000 calories, just from fidgeting and taking the stairs more.
It sounds crazy, but yes. Some people are naturally more fidgety, pace more, stand more, and it adds up enormously over a day.
Wow. Okay, neat. That's definitely something to think about. So just to recap, when we ask that big question, can we boost our metabolism?
Hmm.
We're really asking, can we meaningfully increase our BMR, our TT, or our AEE-XO, especially that neat part?
Precisely. Those are the levers we're actually talking about.
Okay, now we have a much clearer picture. So armed with this understanding of TDE, BMR, TT, feet, AEE, NEAT, all the acronyms,
Yeah.
let's tackle some of those myths that are constantly floating around.
Let's do it. Myth-busting time.
First one, those metabolism-boosting foods. We touched on it with tea, but let's be explicit. Spicy foods, green tea, caffeine. The claim is they rev up your engine enough to cause real weight loss. True or false?
It's a classic case of taking a tiny, tiny sliver of truth and stretching it into this huge misleading claim.
Okay.
So yes, compounds like capsaicin in chili peppers or catechins in green tea or caffeine, they can slightly and very temporarily increase your metabolic rate. We can measure it in a lab.
Uh-huh. So there is something there.
There is something, but, and this is the crucial part, like the effect is so small and so short-lived that it's considered clinically insignificant in the real world.
Clinically insignificant, meaning
It won't make a dent in your weight loss efforts. A cup of green tea might maybe help you burn an extra, I don't know, 5 or 10 calories over several hours. A spicy meal, maybe a few more.
5 or 10 calories. That's like
Yeah.
half a pretzel stick.
Exactly. It's like, imagine it's boiling hot outside and you try to cool your entire house down by just leaving the refrigerator door open for a minute.
Right. Pointless.
Technically, yes, cold air is coming out, but is it going to change the temperature of your house? Absolutely not. These foods just don't provide a strong enough or long enough effect to meaningfully impact your body weight on their own.
So basically all those expensive fat-burning supplements relying on green tea extract or cayenne, just fancy, overpriced fridge door opening.
That's a pretty good analogy, actually. Yes.
Okay, myth busted. Got it. Next one. Myth number 2. This one was huge for a while, eating small, frequent meals. Every 2-3 hours to stoke the metabolic fire. Keep it burning hot all day long. What's the real deal there?
Yes, the stoking the fire myth. This comes from a misunderstanding of TIFF, that thermic effect of food we talked about.
Okay.
So yes, your metabolism does increase slightly every time you eat because your body has to process the food. That's the TEF.
Right.
But the size of that metabolic increase, that TEF boost, is directly proportional to the size of the meal you just ate.
Proportional. Okay.
So let's do some simple math. Let's say you eat 2,000 calories a day and your average TEF is 10%. That means you'll burn about 200 calories just from digesting that food.
Okay, 200 calories from teeth makes sense.
Now, does it matter if you eat those 2,000 calories in 3 big meals of about 670 calories each or 6 small meals of about 330 calories each?
I guess.
Mm-hmm.
If the total is the same.
Exactly. The total TFEF at the end of the day will still be roughly 10% of 2,000 calories, so around 200 calories burned, regardless of how you split it up. The fire doesn't burn hotter just because you add smaller logs more often.
Okay. It's the total amount of wood burned that matters, not how often you add it.
Precisely. So meal frequency, that's really about personal preference, managing hunger, energy levels, what fits your lifestyle. It's not some secret metabolic hack.
Good to know. Clears that one up. Okay, finally, the third big myth, and this one causes a lot of distress, I think. It's the idea that you can somehow damage or break your metabolism.
Oh yeah, this is a big one.
People say, I've dieted for years, my metabolism was broken, that's why I can't lose weight. Is that possible? Can you actually break it?
Okay, let's be really clear here. Your metabolism isn't like a vase that you drop and it shatters. It doesn't break.
Okay, reassuring. So what are people experiencing when they feel that way?
What they're usually describing is a completely natural and actually quite clever survival mechanism your body has. It's called metabolic adaptation, or sometimes adaptive thermogenesis.
Metabolic adaptation. Okay, what does that mean?
It means that when you lose weight, especially if you lose it quickly or through significant calorie restriction, your body adapts. Your BMR, that baseline burn, will decrease.
Why does it decrease?
For 2 main reasons. First, you're literally a smaller person now. A smaller body simply requires less energy to maintain itself than a larger body did. That's just physics.
Okay, that makes sense. Less of me, less energy needed.
Right. But second, and this is the adaptation part, your body senses this energy deficit, this weight loss, and it thinks, uh-oh, bluish famine situation here.
Survival mode.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it becomes more efficient. It subtly dials down some non-essential processes, maybe things related to temperature regulation, hormone production, just overall energy expenditure to conserve energy. It's trying to protect you from starving. It's an adaptation, not damage.
So it's my body being smart, trying to keep me alive, but it feels like it's working against my weight loss goal.
Precisely. And while this adaptation can make continued weight loss more challenging, it's not permanent. It's not broken.
Not permanent, so it can be reversed.
To a large extent, yes. There's a concept called reverse dieting, where you very gradually and carefully increase your calorie intake over time.
Reverse dieting.
Yeah.
Eating more to fix your metabolism sounds counterintuitive.
It does, but the idea is to slowly reassure your body that the famine is over, that energy is consistently available again. This can help nudge your metabolic rate back up closer to where it was predicted to be for your current size and composition. It takes time and patience, though.
That makes so much sense from a survival standpoint. But yeah, for someone just trying to lose weight today, feeling stuck, it must absolutely feel like something is broken. Shifting that mindset from damage to adaptation is huge.
It really is. Understanding its adaptation, not breakage, is the first step.
So, okay, if the magic foods and the meal timing tricks are mostly myths and our metabolism adapts rather than breaks, what actually works? How can we genuinely, realistically influence our body's energy expenditure, our TDEE?
Right. The real answer lies in focusing on those components of TDEE that we can actually control and doing it consistently. No quick fixes here.
Okay, what's strategy number one?
Strategy number one, and I'd argue this is the single most effective long-term strategy. Build and maintain muscle. This directly influences your BMR.
Back to the muscle again.
Absolutely. Remember, muscle tissue is much more metabolically active than fat tissue. So if you increase your muscle mass, you increase your BMR.
Meaning you burn more calories all the time, even sleeping.
Exactly. 24/7, even at rest.
Yeah.
That's why resistance training, lifting weights, using body weight, resistance bands, whatever works for you is so incredibly important. You're not just burning calories during the workout.
You're building a bigger, more efficient engine for the long haul.
You got it. You're building a more metabolically active body, period.
Okay, that feels really empowering. Not chasing some ingredient, but actually building the engine inside you. What's next?
Second strategy, prioritize protein. This helps maximize that TU's, the thermic effect of food.
Right, the processing cost.
Yeah. So while no single food is a magic bullet, consistently getting enough protein is just smart. Because of its high TEF, your body uses more energy just processing it compared to carbs or fats.
Okay.
But maybe even more importantly, protein gives your body the essential building blocks, the amino acids it needs to actually repair and build that metabolically precious muscle you're working on with resistance training.
Ah, so protein supports the muscle building and has a higher processing cost. Double win.
It's a powerful science-backed combination aiming for a good source of protein in each meal. That's a really solid strategy.
Makes sense. So build muscle, eat protein.
Yeah.
What's the third piece?
The third piece, and maybe the one with the most immediate impact you can feel, is move more in every single way. This is about maximizing your AEE, your activity energy expenditure.
All the movement, both kinds.
Both kinds. Definitely include your intentional exercise, your eat. Find regular cardio and strength activities that you actually enjoy so you'll stick with them.
Consistency is key, right?
Absolutely. But then, and here it is again, embrace NEAT. Your non-exercise activity thermogenesis. This is the game changer for so many people.
The unsung hero returns.
It does. You have to intentionally build more low-level activity into your day. Consciously choose the stairs, park a little further away from the store entrance, pace around when you're on a phone call. Consider a standing desk if you can, even just fidgeting more.
It still sounds almost too simple. Fidgeting helps.
It all adds up. These small, often overlooked movements collectively make a massive difference in your total daily energy burn. Honestly, far, far more than that cup of green tea ever could.
Okay, build muscle, eat protein, move more, are both big workouts and all the little neat stuff. That sounds like a plan that actually works with our bodies, not against them.
That's exactly the goal. And, looking ahead, the future of metabolic science is really moving in this direction too, away from those generic one-size-fits-all boosts.
Yeah. Towards what?
Towards deep personalization. Researchers are digging into things like how our unique gut microbiomes, the bacteria in our gut, influence how much energy we actually extract from the food we eat.
Wow. Okay.
Wearable technology is getting way more sophisticated, giving us real-time data on activity, sleep, sometimes even predicting how our blood sugar might respond to a meal.
So more individual data.
Exactly. And maybe even genetic testing down the line could offer clues about personal predispositions related to metabolism. The whole focus is shifting from trying to trick our bodies with shortcuts to truly understanding and working with our own unique biology.
That feels like a much healthier approach overall.
Uh,
Okay, let's bring it back. Think about that enticing ad again, the one for the metabolism boosting smoothie we started with.
uh-huh.
Now, when you see something like that, hopefully you understand the science or lack thereof behind the curtain.
Right. You know the effect is likely tiny and temporary.
You know any effect from those special ingredients would be fleeting, trivial,
Huh?
and you know the real drivers of your metabolic engine. They aren't found in a bottle or a fancy powder.
Nope. They're found in your daily habits, your choices.
So can you boost your metabolism in the way diet culture tells it? That quick, effortless fix?
Let's be unequivocal.
Yeah.
No, that idea of a passive magic pill solution, it is absolutely a fad. It's just not how our bodies work.
But here's the truth the science actually reveals, and I think it's way more empowering. You are not stuck. You are not a victim of a slow or broken metabolism.
Not at all.
You are the conductor of this incredibly complex, dynamic orchestra of energy inside you.
That's a great way to put it, an orchestra.
Yeah. And think about it. By building strength through resistance training, you're raising the baseline tempo, the BMR of that orchestra.
Right, setting a stronger rhythm.
By eating enough protein, you're making sure all the instruments are well maintained, repaired, and fueled properly, maximizing teeth and supporting muscle.
Keeping everything in tune.
And by weaving more movement, both the big workouts and all that little neat stuff into the fabric of your day, you control the magnificent swells and crescendos of your total energy burn, your AEE.
You're directing the volume and the intensity. It's active participation.
Exactly. So the next time you find yourself wondering how to truly support your metabolism, don't look for a shortcut in the supplement aisle. It's not there.
Look elsewhere.
Look at the weights in the corner of your room or the park where you could go for a walk. Look at the protein-rich food in your fridge. Look at the stairs waiting for you at the office instead of the elevator.
Those are the real tools.
Your metabolism isn't some fragile switch you need to desperately flick on. It's this powerful, dynamic, adaptable system. And the secret, it's learning to work with it consistently, patiently, not against it.